Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a Social Sports Pad podcast.
Yo!
I'm Ricky, your host, and with me as always is Ben and my brother the Cobra. With us this evening is one of our good guests, Alex. And he's here with an important mission.
I'm here to get Bryce Young.
You're here to get Bryce Young. Yep. So basically, we are starting our off-season predictions. How we feel things are going to go for teams in the NFL. And we're going to start off at the top. The Chicago Bears and the Houston Texans. We're going to do them do everybody two at a time. Based on their position in the draft. So, we have the unenviable task of dealing with the Bears and the Texans. Alex is here because Alex is a Texans fan, has a more knowledge on the Texans than we do.
And we are so sorry for you, man.
Yeah, man, this year was long, but it's over now. So that's great. At least on the field, it's over.
Yeah, you guys had a really tough year.
Okay, the Texans fought hard. The best way to describe the way the Texans went was almost like how the Detroit Lions were last year. So kind of on a good note looking on there.
Bad team, but hard to play against.
Yeah, it was. They didn't produce results, but they fought for their coach. And
it's hard to fight for a coach when the organization didn't want to pick Lovie Smith in the first place.
Yeah, I think he got fired anyway, right?
Yeah, he did.
Okay,
Yeah.
So we have one. We have a lot of things to cover with the Texans, but first we'll go to the Bears.
Bears.
All right.
Bears.
The Bears, basically everything this year, they have a lot of work to do, and they have the number one pick. Basically,
welcome, Billy.
Oh, is Billy here?
He just joined.
Oh,
Billy!
Billy. Welcome, Billy, to the show. Didn't know
Hail
you were
Hydra.
going to show up, but
Hail Hydra.
Cobra would be like Hail Cobra, not Hail Hydra.
Alex.
All right. So as we were, the Chicago Bears have a lot of work to do. And so, the way we are going to do this with them, kind of make it quick, kind of quick fire. I'm going to go through a couple of their key free agents that are their well-known free agents, and I want you guys to first tell me: are they going to stay, or are they going to go? All right, and basically we will start off in this particular order. We'll go Ben, Billy, Alex, Cobra, me. Okay. All right, and as the start of the Bears free agency, the biggest name on this list is David Montgomery.
Wrong, Nathan Peterman.
What? What are you smoking?
Or the memes.
You know what?
Why?
You don't need.
I would also add Pettis.
Yeah, David Montgomery. That is the number one free agent. What fate do you see of David Montgomery? Do you see him still in Chicago? Do you see him tagged? Or do you see him walking somewhere else? Ben?
Well, you also have Dante Pettis, which I think is another name that stands out of all the other names. So I think Pettis will be re-signed.
Ben, we were going to get to that.
Oh, my bad. Well,
we're going to name at a time.
David Montgomery is going to stay. He's going to be a Bear. They're not going to try to replace him. They already have other pieces they need to replace. He'll stay unless he's given money other places, but he'll stay.
All right, Billy?
I think he's gonna leave and become president of Zimbabwe and help fix the economy. But no, for
The
real.
home of was it the $1 trillion bill?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know who's higher, you or Cobra there, Billy.
I've been eating CBDs and smoking marijuana, so
Isn't that illegal in Tennessee?
it's only
The
legal.
marijuana, not the CBD.
Now we're outing him where he lives. Now, like,
Yeah, it's only illegal if you get caught. It's just like a pass interference or a face mask on a fumble. Thank you very much.
Cobra, I will literally sink your entire state down to the sea.
Hey, I live there.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I'll evac you, Billy.
What about me?
You'll also be evac as well.
So basically, Billy just said he's sinking Cobra.
Yes, because fuck us, that's a lie.
All right, so David Montgomery, you say he's leaving to not be in the NFL anymore.
All right. We're sick in Delaware.
All right, Alex.
David Montgomery, a back, right?
Yep. Who's running back?
Wait, they have Khalil Herbert, right?
Yep.
He did pretty okay this year, so my guess
until he
is
got injured.
Montgomery's probably gonna leave and go to literally anyone that just needs a back. Because remember, we all know this: running backs are pretty much plug and play.
I mean, pretty much.
And the Bears already have Khalil Herbert, who should be just as good as Montgomery. So, yeah, most likely he'll walk.
Yeah, I mean, the real question is where.
Where? Who needs a back, first off?
The Houston Texans.
No, we have Damian Pierce.
It wouldn't make sense. Pierce.
And he would be cheaper, too. With Montgomery, we would have to pay money.
I mean, I'll cover when I get to mine, but because we'll break it down. So Cobra, does David Montgomery stay or does he go?
He goes, and the place he lands, and Billy's gonna love this. He goes to Tennessee as a 1-2 punch to Derrick Henry, because Derrick Henry this year was injury prone as all get out and was actually hurt. So having David Montgomery go to the Titans, would be a good fit.
I mean, I do see that.
I see.
I don't know with that other guy, especially when the Titans played the Texans here in Houston. That other guy was pretty good. He was wrecking us.
Well, I mean, a lot of teams were just wrecking, the Texans. That's why
a lot of second choice running backs.
Yeah, that's why we're talking about the Texans after we take care of the Bears.
Until they
when the Texans entered the season with the mission objective of survive, you're going to be in for a rough ride.
I mean, to be fair, they could be worse. They could have been coached by Urban Meyer last year.
No.
Urban Meyer, Bobby Petrino, or Lou Holtz.
Let me speak.
Lou Holtz? What the heck? That was a long time ago.
All right.
Let me speak. The Houston Texans are basically like that Halo Reach mission, where the objective is just to survive, and you fail that objective.
Well, that was the point of Halo Reach.
Yeah, pretty much. They were doomed team anyway. So with David Montgomery, I definitely see if he decides to stay, which could happen because there's no place where really needs an ideal number
37-yard pass.
Breaking it down, Cobra was like, yeah, he'd be a backup in Tennessee. He'd be a backup most places.
Yeah. But also with Derrick Henry.
Let me talk.
Sorry,
we got to stop cutting each other up.
Yes.
All right, or else we're gonna be here for an hour and a fucking half. And really, not gonna lie, I don't really want to spend an hour and a half talking about the Bears. All right. All right, but no, David Montgomery, if he goes anywhere, the only places that really need a lead back are probably.
Nah.
God, bro, I really can't come up with anybody off the top of my head. It's like, okay, well, actually, no. The NFC South, definitely can go with Carolina. He would probably be an upgrade over Devonta Freeman.
Yeah.
Maybe, if he was 100% healthy.
And Chuba Hubbard, too.
Definitely be an upgrade over those two. But pretty much, and maybe.
What about Denver?
Denver's got Javonte. Depending on the comeback of Javonte, and they also have Latavius Murray. So, which Latavius Murray kind of had to come up on that. The Raiders might be in the mix for that, depending on if Jacobs or not. Other than that, you don't really have it much of anywhere. So I'm going to say David Montgomery will actually stay in Chicago. The next name on the list, Ben did bring him up, is Dante Pettis. And basically was kind of quick fire it. Does he stay or does he go? Ben, stay or go?
He'll stay. The Bears need some sort of weapon for Fields to throw to, and they don't have a lot as it is. I think he'll stay. They don't really have too many destinations to go because he's still young. He hasn't really showed a lot of potential yet, so I think the Bears still want to keep him.
All right. Billy, does he stay or does he go?
So who are we talking about again?
Dante Pettis.
I think he stays.
And he's actually technically the third receiver
baby.
on Chicago, behind the other one. I'll also include
Equanimous.
Yep, the other St. Brown. Ben, do you see the other St. Brown going anywhere?
The other St. Brown? What is he? Other receiver?
Yeah, he's a wide receiver as well, just like his brother on Monroe.
I thought that was familiar. I was like, wait a minute, St. Brown, there's another one? There's another one? I didn't even know there was another one that was related.
Yeah, Equanimous was first. Then Amon-Ra came in, I think, last year. So
considering I really haven't heard his name mentioned much, I really don't know.
On Green Bay.
Shannon Sharp needs to get the shit slapped out of him.
All right, Billy, calm down.
Sorry. I mean, did you see his granny sweater he was wearing? I mean, come on now.
I mean, hey, the only death thing is his sense of style, but hey, whatever.
This might be a fringe player, though. Really, it's a hit or miss. I mean, he could stay or he could go. He could join his brother in Detroit. Never know.
All right, Alex.
Let's see. He's the third one on the depth chart, right?
It sounds like
Pettis is the third one. I say Equanimous is the second. Then Byron Pringle. Those are all free agents.
Pringle.
And so is N'Keal Henry.
Harry.
Harry. Whatever. He was a failure. Basically, N'Keal failure.
Whoever gets Pringle needs to put an advertisement around him with Pringles.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's see. If he's a third stringer, depending on who leaves above him, it would be best to stay.
Yeah. Cobra?
Well, that's what the Bears.
I have destinations for Pettis and Equanimous St. Brown. Equanimous St. Brown's going to the Ravens. Pettis is going to
they need help.
I'd say both of them are walking. I will spare you from a Yinzer voice. We don't need it.
Yeah, we don't.
And N'Keal Harry is going to go on the Cowboys. Because basically on a prove it.
I mean, to be kind of fair, like those three guys, the four guys here. Of those four guys, the only guys I see that have a chance of maybe staying are going to be Equanimous and Byron Pringle. Because Pringle, I think he was working on special teams with him, and Equinemius has the connection with Justin Fields. Like he was a kind of safety valve for him.
Yeah.
And better than Claypool almost. So they're definitely probably going to keep Equinemius.
Well, Claypool, I mean, he didn't really none of those Bears receivers really had a lot of star power this year. The only person I really paid attention to was Pettis.
All right, and then the final, basically, I'm also, to look up my stuff, the research and everything. This is all according to ProFootballNetwork.com. The two free agents that they had listed of potential keepers was David Montgomery and linebacker Nick Morrow. Basically, he led the team in tackles, and so do you see, especially after missing 2021 with a foot injury, having a good strong 2022, do you think that Morrow will test the linebacker market, or do you think that he will come back to Chicago and try and help them out? Because the Bears need a lot of help here.
Yeah, they really do. I mean,
do they have a football team? Barely.
I mean, barely Chicago even has the Bears right now. They're about to leave. They're begging them to stay.
Oh yeah, to the suburbs, right?
Yeah. They did one last pitch, and I saw the entire video of the CGI rendering of the stadium and inside and out. Looks cool.
Well, you got freaking Mayor Beetlejuice who's trying to freaking keep the city in Chicago go instead of focusing on the real problems.
Well, that's where the problem lies. That's why they want to get out of there, because they feel like it's in a dangerous part of the city and nobody's trying to clean it up.
Yeah, because it's Chicago.
Okay. It is Chicago, but the stuff from the area beside the government and stuff like that, we don't really. Let's talk football. Let's not worry about the government stuff. That's save that for CNN.
Yeah, because it's the reason. Anyway,
no,
I think Morrow is going to test for you.
Back to football.
Yeah, he's going to test the market.
I think he'll test the market, but I think he'll come back to the Bears because the Bears need help. They'll pay him the money.
Yeah, it's like they're only speculating him to come back on like a 2-year deal worth $7.7 million. So I mean, at that price tag, hey, I take him anywhere.
Especially since he led the team in tackles.
Yeah. All right. So, what do you guys? Does anyone think he's going to test the market, or do you think he's?
I think he's going to test the market, but he might be forced to stay due to an oversaturation of the linebacker market.
I
think that.
I think
he'll be forced to stay.
I say he's going to be franchise tag.
That's a fucking hefty tag there, man. Like,
that's a hefty tag.
Linebacker franchise tag is like $20 million a year.
He's not even proven starter yet. Like, he needs to be proven first before he gets franchise tagged.
Yeah, no, he's not going to get tagged. I believe he will re-sign.
Okay.
And if he gets good over the course of that deal, then he could be tagged. Popular.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, because look at Roquan Smith. Roquan Smith just signed a deal for $20 million a year. That's kind of like almost where it's not going to be where the tag is, because that tag is the top 5 average. So it'll probably be under like 17. I mean, God, if tag my ass for 17 million a year. All right, so they also talk about potential cut candidates. I'm like, why are you even cutting anybody? The Bears walk into free agency with the most cap space in the NFL with $119.3 million. So basically, I'm going to give you guys. I was going to say I'm not going to give you guys 119 million, but basically,
I'll be right back.
I want you to put your. I want you to put your thinking caps on. All right, and basically, I want you to take the $119 million and tell me which group, which position group you are going to focus on with that $119 million. We're going to start with Ben, since Billy stepped away, and then Alex, then Cobra, then me. Okay. So, Ben, go ahead.
All right. So the first thing they need to focus on
Just one.
is really, I can't give a part. That's the second part.
Yep.
Like a player they should go after.
Nope. I was just saying position group. That's rules of this game.
All right.
You know, which position group do you go after?
They need an offensive line.
All right, so offensive line. Alex, where do you think they should start looking at first?
You know, the wars always start in the trenches. So D line, especially interior, i.e., nose or defensive tackle.
Cobra.
Definitely agree with Ben and line. Justin Fields got killed. Period.
Yeah, he did.
Period. Gold line.
A lot.
Yep,
True, they let him run too much.
He's flighty. He's flighty now. I mean, one, because of lack of receiver help, and two, you know, the offensive line, you know, like definitely had its struggles. I mean, look at David Montgomery. You know, David Montgomery the year prior had, you know, was one of the more consistent names. I mean, not saying, you know, fantasy football holds any merit. Basically, looking at his stat line, you know, basically he had one of the more consistent stat lines in the NFL in the running back position, and that fell off, you know, big time in a roller coaster year for him. Yep. So, you know, especially if they look to keep David Montgomery, they need to focus on that offensive line. And another two, you know, key positions that, you know, I'm sure everybody would definitely agree with would wide receiver and defensive line. You know, because, you know, you definitely need a pass rush, you know, to help that defense. I mean, I definitely think that defense is going to be young. But, you know, definitely the focus should be on that offensive line and protecting your franchise quarterback, which Justin Fields is the franchise quarterback.
Right.
Okay, I'm back.
All right, welcome back. So, basically looking at the Bears' needs, they went offensive line, wide receiver, and defensive. So, you know, definitely everybody is in concurrent agreement. So the final thing that we will talk about with the Bears is this is going to be fun. And basically, I want your guys' wonderful opinion. We are going to go to the draft. The number one pick. You have the number one pick in the draft. So, if you are trading it, tell me who you are trading it to. And if you are keeping it, tell me who you are drafting. All right. And we will start with Ben. And then we will go with Alex. And then we'll go with Billy's, with Billy back. And then Cobra. And then me. Ben? Take it away. Where do you see us going?
All right. So I definitely don't see them trading away the top pick. I definitely don't see them going for a quarterback. So what I would say would be, I gotta see who's the top players available right now. Let me see. So you got tight end. Well, they do need a wide receiver, but there's also, I don't know. It's tough. I mean, they could go tight end with Washington from Georgia, or they could go safety. I think they should go defense and get Brian Branch from Alabama. Go safety.
All right. Alex, what do you see?
I would keep the number 1 pick. Do not trade it. And go with defense. So pick up Jalen Carter from University of Georgia.
Okay. And Billy?
I would keep the first overall pick, trade Justin Fields, and draft Will Levis.
Oh my
because
gosh.
that's the most Chicago Bears pick ever.
Cobra, what do you say?
You're probably gonna think I'm crazy at this point.
I already think you're crazy.
Exactly true.
We heard crazy from
but
already.
I'm trading the first overall pick. I'm trading it to Seattle. I want they bring up the board for me. How many picks do Seattle have this year? And what positions? For the Bear, if I'm the Bears GM, I'm saying this first overall pick is just a bit too valuable for. And so for me, Seattle. I'll trade Seattle for the 5th and the 20th pick. I guarantee you Seattle is not going to re-sign Geno Smith. They want a quarterback.
Okay. And so since Chicago is traded away, who is Seattle picking up with the number 1?
They're picking that quarterback from Alabama.
Oh, Adolf Hitler.
Back from Alabama, Bryce Young.
Okay.
6 foot. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, kind of, when we were talking about this, I definitely had the idea that, maybe Seattle would be the team in play. But another team kind of that I really... This is what my gut is saying, because my gut is saying that it is going to be the Indianapolis Colts that trade up with Chicago Bears after they get Sean Payton as their head coach, with Sean Payton getting full control over the team personnel, and Sean Payton is going to want a guy that he can deal with and would give him the possibility of turning the Colts into a winner sooner rather than later, and he would draft CJ Stroud back from Ohio State.
Well, either way, quarterback's probably going to be hit with that first overall pick.
I mean, I disagree with the scenarios possibly ending up happening.
How much does New Orleans want picks for Sean Payton?
Well, I mean, at this point, it's like, Sean Payton can go wherever, that he wants to go. And, I mean, New Orleans could, have, a quarterback, pick in, they don't have a first round pick to do so. So they would have to, what you got?
Is Jameis Winston still under contract?
They didn't play him at all. So I'm totally not seeing Winston staying, Dalton staying.
Maybe he gets traded along with it, and they start him.
I see that as a possibility for David, or Derek Carr. There's a car going to be there.
Oh yeah.
Anyhow.
What if Houston
so enough of the Bears. I'm sick of that mentality already. All right, so we're going to go to a team Alex is definitely going to be excited about. We are going to talk about the Houston Texans. They killed the second pick. Basically, according to the lines I got with network.com, is the Texans have $47.7 million in cap space entering the early January. Yeah,
we got a lot of money. We have a lot of picks.
Yeah, a lot of things going on, and a lot of things. So I'm kind of almost going to have you take it away. I want you, Alex, I want you to identify 5 guys that are free agents for the Texans that you feel could go either way. That would be great to sign and keep, but they may walk. So, give me 5.
Let me pull up the Sport Track website. If it works. All positions, and then 2023 free agents. Oh, yes. Rex Burkhead, please leave. Please go away.
Yes.
Especially like in that first game where it was the tie ball game. Oh my gosh. I don't want to see him again after that. Who else could leave? Or no, who could stay? Chris Moore. Please stay. Philip Dorsett can stay as well. Oh yeah, OJ Howard. He's probably gonna leave because of Jordan Akins. Jordan Akins should stay. So let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 people. So Chris Moore, Philip Dorsett, and
You said
Rex
Philip
Burkhead,
Dorsett, OJ Howard,
OJ Howard,
Moore,
and Jordan Akins.
and Jordan Akins. All right, so basically, Ben, Rex Burkhead, do you see him staying or leaving?
Oh God, he was the first guy I looked at. He's gone.
Here you go.
There you
All right. What about OJ Howard?
That's a toss-up. He'll leave and go back to the Bucks. Isn't that where he was at one point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think Bucks need a tight end.
Especially
But
Cameron.
Oh yeah, they have the other guy, the young guy, Cade Otton.
Yep. If Howard leaves, I see him actually going to like the Packers.
That could work.
All right. Philip Dorsett, stay or go.
See ya. Bye. Don't let the door hit you.
All right. You see him going anywhere?
He seems like a Seahawks player. I'm gonna say Seahawks.
I'm gonna say Carolina. I mean, and also for Cobra and Billy, just kind of like get because fantasy is huge and everything like that. Just as long as you don't like over anybody, feel free to chime in. Because I mean, it's kind of like get through this part quickly. Just because I mean,
everybody leaves.
Yeah, pretty
Everybody.
much. That's kind of like my thought process when we go through like these teams is like anybody that's listed as a potential free agent, get the fuck out of here. You'd have been signed already by now.
I'll give you my opinion already. No offense, Billy, and no offense, Alex, but when it comes to the Texans, it was pretty much change the channel. I want to watch something else.
Yeah,
it's
like mid.
No, not even mid, man. It's like an unenjoyable car wreck.
Oh, basically,
who wants to watch that?
Chase.
Nobody.
The disaster is more like it's like a rear ender.
NASCAR fans.
Fast and Furious.
Yeah, those who are fans of Bubba Wallace.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
basically,
Philip Dorsett.
I was
would
gonna
be
say
Carolina. Sorry, Billy.
It's basically like
Aikens,
watching the
Carolina,
white
not
Bronco chase down in LA back in the 90s.
Oh, O.J. Simpson, are we?
Yeah.
That was the Texans. They were bad.
Yeah.
It's not
Trevor.
a freaking police chase if he's using his
Chris
term
Moore.
sample.
Does he stay or go?
I don't know, but Trevor Lawrence just got railroaded. Holy crap. Sorry. Who?
Chris Moore.
Pretty much.
Yeah, no, he's a nobody too. He's going to go. He's not going to get re-signed. He'll probably get signed to a deal with somebody and get tried out in practice squad, but that's about it.
I think he'll stay. And Jordan Akins will probably stay.
Yeah, he might stay, but he also has a lot of cap room that he's taking up.
Maybe. I mean, they the people that they have listed here that are the guys to really keep. They say Jordan Akins. They'll keep him on a 1-year deal with $2.6 million. And they also say defensive end Rasheem Green. Say
Oh yeah, that guy's good. Or
they would
good
keep him
with
for
us at our level.
yeah.
It's good for the Texans.
So cut candidates. They got Hughes getting cut, Malik Collins getting cut, and Christian Kirksey. So they're trimming the fat off the defensive line apparently.
The old guys.
Yeah, the old guys. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's kind of what you do when you're
Here's an idea.
adding up.
And you need to rebuild.
Do they sign Watt, JJ
No.
Watt, to like a coaching deal or anything?
If he wants to, but he would be just like maybe strength performance, something like that. Or a
Here's
position
an idea
group.
for head coach: rehire Bill O'Brien.
No, keep him in
Yes.
University of Alabama.
I mean, the rumors behind JJ Watt's been kind of like pushing D'Amico Ryan to be head coach. And I mean, to be fair, hey, that definitely for them, definitely it'd be almost like, hey, just trotting Andre Johnson on the field every week, to say yay. So they also
Cobra. Who was
Cobra
that
can't
white
hear
coach
you.
that they wanted?
Whoa.
Josh
Of course it
McCown.
can't.
Who? What?
Didn't the Houston Texans wanted Josh McCown?
Yeah, that was last year.
Yep.
But thankfully,
Lovie Smith.
they didn't do it. They did not do it because that would have been really bad.
Yeah, but here's the thing. What's the point of firing your coaches? Like, you could have kept Dan Coley.
To improve?
Because
to try and get
we're
better.
flexing on y'all by showing that we have enough money to spend.
Right.
We're flexing on the league by showing that we can waste money.
Absolutely.
Right. Just look at the Raiders.
Yeah, you're basically like Antonio Brown.
So
minus the sex stuff. Well, no, actually,
pretty much.
We did have sex issues.
Snapchat.
He's gonna be a porn star now.
All right, now let's go to the draft. Basically, the Houston Texans have 2 picks in the top 15.
And we will keep both.
I don't see you guys. If anything, you might trade down 12, maybe.
Oh yeah, 12.
Depending on top 10 prospects start to. Like that would be the position like that I would see. Like as Billy says, Will Levis from Kentucky. If he is available at 12, I see more than likely I see a team like the Packers or the Commanders sliding up to get them.
I say that the Texans do trade away that second overall pick.
To who?
No, please.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna have to go.
Okay, have a good one, Billy.
I'm gonna take a nap.
That might make a little bit of sense. You trade away, you get Carr.
You get your quarterback.
They're gonna trade.
You trade down.
And trade down 5 picks, which in a way that that number 2 pick, that's going to be trade 7, probably a second, second round pick, and the first next year would probably cover that trade.
Yeah.
But it would also be a Houston move to do.
Yes.
Actually, that would be a Bill O'Brien Houston move to do.
No, that would be just a Houston move to do. We had one car quarterback before. Let's bring in his brother.
Well, to be fair, the other car.
We won't make the same mistake twice.
Derek has lived here. Of course, that was when David was playing.
David was a good quarterback.
And we killed him. I'm sorry.
I do also see that Texas will trade that 12th overall pick too. I also,
Yo, seriously, what the fuck are you smoking?
Yeah,
I know, right? Like, what is this?
Like, seriously, what Bill O'Brien bullshit are you doing here?
I'm not doing Bill O'Brien bullshit. I'm actually rebuilding the fucking Texans.
He's reading my mind because I've been thinking Derek Carr to the Texans.
I'm rebuilding the Texans, and there's a team that would actually love to move up, and that would be the Steelers so they can get Joey Porter Jr.
What?
Is that another Pitt guy?
No. Actual Joey Porter Jr.?
Yes. Look up. Joey Porter Jr., ninth prospect on the board. Quarterback, Penn State.
He's not going to be there that long.
Oh, he's a Penn State guy.
Yeah.
Disagree.
Cornerback?
Teams will draft need. Some of the teams will draft need.
I mean...
The Lions will draft need. The Panthers... The Falcons will draft need.
The Steelers are going to draft defense. They need more help at offense, too.
I would say of the teams, of the teams in like the top 10. Yeah, Detroit would be the one to pick up Joey Porter Jr. All right, because of the wide receivers in that division.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. Okay.
So
yeah. I also say that.
But I mean, that way, I mean,
is Joey Porter the top prospect on the board?
Oh my God!
I think so.
But
that was an interception.
Maybe Bears.
Oh yeah, the game.
Might be
it's over in Jacksonville.
Yeah, it's over.
Or hell, it goes safety.
Oh, there's a flag now. Maybe excessive celebrating, maybe.
I
mean, we'll cover more draft speculation
when we get closer to the draft. Yep.
Yeah, but I mean, that's when you can start going crazy with the,
Yes.
But that has been our Texans and our Bears show.
Thank God.
Yeah, I was like, thank God that's over.
Go Texans.
Yeah, let's see. So our next podcast is going to be the championship games. We're going to cover them prediction-wise. And then next week, we will cover the Cardinals and the Colts.
Oh, boy.
Oh, my.
Two problem teams.
So basically, yeah. So I'm asking you guys. I'm asking you guys to basically put on your hard hats, your thinking caps, and we are going to rebuild some teams.
Jimmy G to the Colts.
Wait a minute, thinking caps. I don't think. Oh shit.
Yeah, but you guys are.
We need a hard hat.
No.
We got to go to a retiree state and then corn country.
Yeah. Like the Colts would just move their shit to fucking Nebraska.
On a Mayflower truck in dead of night.
We can go back to Baltimore.
It happened once.
Happened to Baltimore. They could do it again.
Yep. All right. So, and then looking at the score, it looks like Kansas City is going to pull it out, and they will meet the Buffalo Bills in the championship game. You heard it here first.
Yep.
And there's going to be an upset against the Giants.
I mean, and to be fair, it almost to me needs to be done. It's going to be Buffalo, Kansas City only for the precedent of that neutral site game. So that they go yeah, we did it before. We'll do it again.
Yeah. And in all open honesty, the NFL needs Brady v. Manning, to be fair. And Mahomes and Allen is Brady v. Manning v2. Facts.
And they're in the same conference, so it's easier for them to play against each other during the season, of course, in the playoffs.
Yep. All right. On that note, everybody, I'm Ricky, your host as
And I'm
always.
Ben.
And always, thank you, Ben. Thank you, Cobra. And Alex and Billy, thank you guys for showing up. Hopefully we can get more of you guys on. And everybody, have a good night, a good week, and always
Good season.
And fuck the Cowboys.
Yes.